Welcome to my channel where we have another commander to handle. Sun Tzu is a popular epic commander chosen by people to lead infantry marches. But before we dive into his skills and talents, it's worth meeting his history to get some context and make your gaming experience richer. Especially when you are leading this commander and play him often. Sun Tzu was a Chinese general, military strategist, writer and philosopher who lived in the Eastern Zhou period of ancient China. Sun Tzu is traditionally credited as the author of The Art of War, widely influential work of military strategy that influenced both Western and East Asian philosophy and military thinking.
I wrote The Art of War, so you better get your guns out. These white boys getting burned, cause guess what? Now the sun's out.
Sun Tzu's work has been praised and employed throughout East Asian warfare since it's written. During the 20th century, the art of war grew in popularity and saw practical use in Western society. It continues to influence many competitive endeavors in East Asia and the Western world, including culture, politics, business, sports as well as modern warfare. And now is the perfect timing to dive into tactical things. As you see there, my Sun Tzu is a 6-star commander, which gives him a tremendous advantage to develop more talents to enhance his combat strength. It also has 3 ways to develop its talents, including infantry, garrison as well as to be skill-oriented. We will get to it in a second. Of course, you can discover this commander yourself, where you will find all the important information on the right. Next thing is the experience. To rise up in ranks, you need to collect enough of it to earn 6 or 5 stars title. And you know how it's done. Barbarians, barbarians, barbarians. Also, forts and game objective guardians will allow you to level up. And this is a good tactical bit. Another thing is skills, which are more practical part of any combat. The first skill for Sun Tzu is about what he can do the best: damage opponents with cannon-like fireballs from the air. Being the first skill, Art of War requires 1000 rage to be used. The good thing about it, you generate your rage with every opponent you cannon. When you expertise this commander, this skill does the damage factor up to 800. But that's not all. 1 second after the impact, it will do an extra 25% damage. Remember that you can hit up 5 opponents, and for every opponent you hit, you receive 50 rage. That's why some people call Sun Tzu a rage-pumping machine. Keep it in mind. As you may know, Sun Tzu is a defense-oriented commander. That's why the second skill is about protecting your city from potential attacks. No matter the motives of the aggressor, Sun Tzu is a commander to invest when we speak about the protection of your city and your resources. This is where Sun Tzu applies his philosophy of war to empower garrison under his flag. When you put this commander to be the primary to defend your city, this skill will reduce any damage taken. It will protect you both from normal and incoming skill damage. To put it simply, any opponent daring to conquer your city will do you 7% less damage, which is a bad thing for him and good thing for you. Make sure you get this skill at the maximum level when you receive legit threats from hostile governors. What makes Sun Tzu special is his strategic capabilities. The third skill makes him Master Strategist, which primarily focuses on the infantry units. They are very strategic on the battlefield. However, this skill supports more than infantry because it reduces general damage taken, so it can blend with cavalry or archer marches. It makes Sun Tzu rather versatile when you look at this skill. Remember, when you try to empower cavalry or archers with it, you lose half of its potential. That is why you will often see Sun Tzu leading infantry, because it not only reduces damage taken up to 10% but also increases infantry health up to 10%, so it means opponent will do you less damage and you will be harder to beat. This skill gives you the first hint about what type of troops you need to use to get the best Sun Tzu can offer. And the final element when it comes to his skills is ever-changing tactics. As armies on the battle tend to be less static and more mobile, this skill makes you more able to adapt to the rhythm of the fight. This skill is very simple but can be applied in diverse circumstances. It increases skill damage bonus up to 20%, which makes his first skill overpowered. Also, it gives another hint about pairing options, as Sun Tzu seems to be a good medium for any skill damage inflicting commanders. It empowers skills and penalizes commanders who just want to buff you out. This seemed to be a good introduction to his skills. With time, you will max out this commander and you won't need to put a lot of attention to which skills to prioritize over another. Now, many governors will emphasize the importance of good talent composition. Sun Tzu offers 3 specializations. With so many alternatives, you need to adjust him to what is needed in a fight. When your city gets threatened or ever attacked, it is naturally useful to combine garrison talents because they empower every defender in your city. This specialization is so powerful that can make even a stronger opponent to bounce back. Other two options are more generalistic but also worth noticing. Before choosing skill or infantry talents, you need to understand that infantry talents empower your troops and skill talents empower your commanders. In this situation, the infantry talent tree gets the priority because my need was to develop a semi-tank figure among marchers. Infantry talents increase health, defense and other metrics which make infantry units formidable. This talent tree is for every tank wannabe because it has good cavalry countering capabilities. It not only slows them down but also has additional damage to them. When the world is full of cavalry, this makes a sensible choice. Another option continues Sun Tzu's speciality and develops to make him intimidating skill-oriented commander. In this situation, it does not really matter what type of troops you are leading because this talent tree emphasizes commanders and their skills, not troops. This talent tree makes you less tanky and more damage-oriented. So when you decide to pair Sun Tzu with skill damage-inflicting commanders, this talent tree is more than useful because both your damage and skill use frequency will be phenomenal and can break any willingness for your enemy to fight. As Sun Tzu can hit up to 5 opponents at once, developing skills on him can prove vital in bringing control in massive battles. Even your enemy can understand if you hit 5 of them at once. It's not smart for them to stand and fight because they take more damage than do to you. And this is it. With this knowledge about Sun Tzu, you can develop your talent combinations in a creative way. I hope you liked this video and already commented. It really helps me when you do that. Now is the time for this.